This connection is coming together and it's not in the way that you expect. It never is, really. So what's happening right now is it's deeper than romance and it's deeper than attraction. It's deeper than just timing. So I just want to mention before this connection can fully come together, there needs to be healing, there needs to be some release, there's some truth, and a major inner shift that will unfold. And if you've been feeling like something is changing lately, this message may be your confirmation and it may be for you. And in the last reading, we saw the energy of togetherness and we saw the emotional closeness, the alignment, and the feeling that this connection is not over. So this reading is not repeating that. This reading is explaining what has to happen before your energies come together. Because yes, the connection may be coming together, but first, something important has to change. But what I'm hearing strongly is that this connection cannot move forward in the same energy as it was before. Something old needs to be let go of or fall away. There are some romantic surprises on the horizon, which sounds exciting. This feels like unexpected movement, and I saw this in the last reading as well as an unexpected phone call or an unexpected message. And there's unexpected communication coming out here again. And I feel for many of you, this may come after a period of silence or confusion or some emotional distance. And so when it comes in, it may feel like very sudden. And you know what? That's because that's the law of attraction that's working. So as soon as we release and we let go and we just continue on our day without thinking, that's when stuff starts to happen because we fully let go. So when it comes in, it may feel sudden, but it only looks sudden from the outside because behind the scenes, this person has been processing a lot more than they've shown. And that leads directly into the next message or the next part of sacrifice, because love here comes with a choice. So someone can no longer stay divided between what they feel and what they fear. And I pulled out the let go of control in the other video earlier this week, and it spoke of fear. So someone can no longer keep one foot in the past and one foot in the future. There's energy of realizing that if they want something real, they need to let go of what no longer is aligned. And for some, this could be pride and emotional avoidance. And for some, this is another situation or another attachment, a third party, or an outdated version of themselves. So whatever it is, the message is clear. The connection requires honesty, and honesty always asks for something to be surrendered. And this is where the whole energy starts to change. Because the next thing coming in is your energy. And your energy feels magnetic. And there's something about you that is naturally drawing this person in. But it's not because you're chasing and it's not because you're forcing. It's because you're becoming more grounded in yourself. And you may not even realize how different your energy feels compared to before. There's so much more self-respect here. You're more calm, you're more quiet, in strength, and that is being felt. This person may not be saying everything out loud, but they are feeling the pull. And with that comes the message of right path. So things that once felt chaotic, delayed, or blocked are starting to make more sense to you in the bigger picture. Even the pauses had a purpose, the distance had a purpose, the confusion had a purpose. Because what is meant to last has to be built on something stronger than just longing. It has to be built on truth, growth, and emotional readiness. And then we move into relax. And I love this card because it's a reminder for all the divine feminines that you need to relax and not force what is already on its way to you. You do not have to hold this together by yourself. You do not have to overanalyze every sign, every silence, every small shift. If this is aligned, it will come together through mutual effort. Your job right now is not to carry this whole connection, Your job is to remain anchored in your worth, because the delay is not punishment, it's preparation. And in the next section, it's going to explain everything. And we see the energy of balance is very strong. The connection was not balanced before. One person may have felt more deeply. One person may have understood the connection sooner. The other person may have been more emotionally available while the other held back. But balance seems to be restoring, and that doesn't mean everything changes overnight. It means the scales are beginning to even out. And the person who's disconnected is becoming more aware, and the person who was overextending is being asked to pull their energy back into themselves. And that's what's creating the healing effect. And this healing feels so deep, it's not on surface level, it's not temporary. This is emotional restoration. This is someone confronting old wounds. This is someone becoming honest about what they feel and what they have struggled to express. And healing here is essential because without it, the connection would simply repeat the same cycle. So that's why the card of time feels important. So timing is important here. There has been waiting, there has been delay, and there has been that feeling of why not? And the answer coming through is because earlier would not have been stable. Earlier may have brought temporary closeness, but not lasting alignment. And this had to mature. So the people involved had to mature. The emotions had to be understood, and the lesson had to be learned. And now time is starting to catch up with that soul that has always known. So the divine masculine energy here feels very overwhelmed. I'm going through a roller coaster of emotions and I won't admit it. That's exactly how this feels. This person may look calm on the outside. They may look distant, detached, stubborn, or silent, but internally they're not at peace. Because then they are feeling the weight of this connection. They are feeling the emotional impact of your absence, your energy, your growth, and their internal conflict. And what is coming through very strongly in this message, I am finally seeing my worth, yet I still feel unworthy of your love. And this is so deep, ladies and gents, because it shows someone who is beginning to wake up, but has not fully caught up to their own healing yet. And part of them wants to move forward, part of them wants to speak, part of them wants to come or to close this distance, but another part of them still feels inadequate, still feels behind, still feels ashamed of how they've handled things, and it still feels emotionally unequipped. And then there is this hollow feeling. I feel empty inside. I can't open up right now. This is not lack of feeling. This is emotional overload. This is someone who has been disconnected from themselves for so long that opening their hearts feels overwhelming. So if you've been wondering whether they feel this, they do. Yes, they do. The answer is yes. If you've been wondering whether silence means indifference for many of you, no, it does not. Silence has been avoidance, confusion, fear, and emotional immaturity. And it's not an absence of emotion, but this is also why you cannot do their healing for them. You can understand it without carrying it. And that brings me to the final message. So the energy of 999 is coming through as a major spiritual confirmation because this means closure, this means release, and this is ending of an old cycle. And this does not feel negative. It feels like it's necessary. So something has to run its course. And an old chapter is definitely closing so that something more aligned can start. And this may be release of expectations, of emotional heaviness, of old version of this connection, and the release of who you had to be when everything felt uncertain. You are being asked to make room for something new, not by chasing it, not by controlling it, and just letting go of what no longer fits. And then we have the gut feeling with 0440, and you already know something is changing. You may have tried to rationalize it. You may have gone back and forth in your mind. You may have wondered whether you were imagining the shift, but your intuition has been picking up this for a reason. At the same time, this card brings discernment. Do not settle for confusion just because there's a deep connection. Do not make excuses for the inconsistency, and don't lower your standards to keep the possibility of love alive. Real love will meet you with respect, with honesty, and it will not require you to betray yourself in order to hold on to it. So yes, trust your intuition, trust your gut, trust the shift, trust what is leaving, and trust what is trying to emerge. Because either this connection rises into alignment or what is not aligned will fall away. Either way, you are being led towards something healthier, clearer, and more honest. So this is not the end of the story. This is the end of an old chapter. The together energy we saw before is still meaningful, but now you understand what has to happen for that energy to become real and stable. There needs to be balance, there needs to be healing, there needs to be timing, there needs to be inner truth, and there needs to be release. And that is the journey here. That is the story. And if you've been feeling the shift in your own life, this may be your confirmation that things are moving, even if they are not moving in the exact way you expected. Please comment, I release, if this resonated with you. And if you are ready for the next message, make sure you're subscribed, because the next reading may reveal what happens after this release.